Hi YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to get your rear swing arm bolt out. As you can tell, I've already got mine out. I know there's not much information on the internet on how to do this. A lot of guys just end up cutting it out, so this is how you do it without cutting it out. So what you're going to need is just some random things you can use for spacers. You're going to end up making something like this. So this will go on, and this is your swing arm bolt, of course. So as you can tell, these are hollow. If I can get it, there you go. See, hollow. And you can thread what I did was threaded the head of the nut, or the head of the bolt, sorry. So it would accept this this smaller thread type of bolt. And I got two different size bolts. So this one a little bit longer, but the same thread pattern. And all I did was just took this stuff and you screw it into there. This is inside the frame a bit, of course. So you screw this into there. This butts up against your frame, and then slowly, when you're so this another thing I should mention too. This works so much easier with two people. So one person will be running your air hammer. Here, let's get a little differently set up here. One person will be running your air hammer on this end of the bolt. Make sure you always have your nut on this bolt when you're running your air hammer, otherwise you will mush this and it won't go through the frame very well. And then this end, you just have a guy with a ratchet, and he slowly keeps this tight against the frame, while this guy uses the air hammer to push on the bolt this way. The bolt will slowly feed itself up along through the threads into this spacer and slowly pull itself out of the bike. Now, what we would do is get it so far this way out the frame towards this spacer, and then we take the spacer off, and I have this extra bolt that I was using to bolt in there, so I had something to put the air hammer on. And then you take your air hammer and push the bolt back into the bike a little bit. You're just pushing it back and forth to break it free. Now, and that's where the two people come in handy, because you can have one person on each side just going at it. So eventually you're going to need to add more spacers. That's why I got this stuff here. And eventually you're going to have all this spacer on there, because the bolt will be sticking so far out of your frame. And slowly, like I said, as you air hammer this side and someone tightens this bolt on this side, it will pull your bolt slowly into this spacer and slowly out of your frame. Another thing we used was the impact gun to help spin the bolt and get it warmed up in there, you know, not boiling hot, but you know, spin the bolt to get some friction going. And this stuff is your best friend for taking apart bikes. You spray a little bit of this on any bolt and the bolt will come out no problem. So, but yeah, that's how you do it without cutting your bolt. I know a lot of guys just try to cut the bolt off, and then you gotta get it out of your frame, and you gotta get it out of your swing arm, and that's not fun. It's just easier to do it one bolt. If you're having issues and you don't feel that it's moving, just take your deep creep and soak it in it overnight. Come back at it tomorrow, try it again. It should pop out. That's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good one.